Hey guys, John again over at Powerhaus. Got another one of our brand new 2275 engines up on the startup stand. Just like last week, another early bus motor, another 2275. Last one stayed here in California. This one's going to get boxed up and head out to Ross Alcock out of New Zealand. And his bus is a 64. So this one's already been broken in. It's stone cold right now because we just finished adjusting the valves after the first heat cycle. And I'm going to go ahead and fire it back up right now. And I'll probably put it about 2,500, 3 grand for a couple minutes just to warm it up. So let's go ahead and get this one fired up, see how it sounds. So we got it nice and warmed up. Everything's good there. I'm going to go ahead and fire it back up. I'm going to double check the timing, double check the carburetor, the linkage, the air fuel mixture. We'll go ahead and do that right now. Synchronize the carburetors left to right and then front to back, make sure they're all in sync. So eventually, when I get more time, I'll try to do a more detailed video. But what you saw me down here doing was adjusting the air fuel, and there's an air fuel mixture for the idle air fuel on each carburetor. So what I do is lean is in, out would be more rich. So we try to go in until it starts to stumble, and come out until it's smooth as point, and then eventually stumble. So you want to get that happy balance in between. A lot of guys that have been doing it for years can use our ears and hear that, but it's still, it's always best to put an RPM gauge on it and watch the RPM. So our timing light has an RPM gauge in it, and what I was doing is, as I was going in, lean, listening for the highest and smoothest idle, I'm watching the RPM, and if it goes, it's always good to use the RPM because then you get your highest idle, and you know exactly where you need to be and not just rely on your ears. Of course, I always try to stay on the richer side of things, so we go in until it starts to stumble. When it starts to stumble, we'll back out until it picks up, and then it starts to stumble, and then, you know, find that happy spot. But I always try to stay on the richer side of things, and I always try to do it after the motor's been warmed up and actually driven or put under a load, because once it warms up, those things change. So sometimes it takes going back and forth a couple times, but again, I'll do another video on that later. We're going to go ahead and fire it back up and then put it under a bigger load, maybe 5,000 or 6,000 RPM, and then check it one more time, and this thing should be wrapped up. Alright, so this one's all ready to go. Sounds good, runs good, timing's good, linkage. Carburetors, everything's dialed in, no leaks. Valve's been readjusted. This one's tested, approved, ready to go. Ross, thank you for your engine order. We appreciate it. We'll get this thing boxed up and it'll be headed to New Zealand. Thank you.